money. And you want to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downside at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of American Dream Trading's Future Education and Training Program. This is an outreach of American Dream Trading, which was founded by Chad Christian, who owns it, operates it, manages it, has incorporated as a legal corporation. And you can find our website over at American Dream Trading. Check that out. Also, Coach brings more than 33 years of experience into the market, into his business. He helps educate us on anything investing, such as stock options, crypto, and the focus of this program, which is futures. Teaches us how to day trade, swing trade, long-term investing, short-term investing, investing for income, you name it. If it can be invested in, Coach educates us on how to do that. Again, the key word there is educate us on how to do that. American Dream Trading is an education and training company. We are the largest of its kind on the internet, in the galaxy, and even in the universe. That claim cannot be disputed in any way, shape, or form. And we're glad to have you here with us. So we want to educate you. In other words, we want to help you learn how to do what we do here, how to either day trade or swing trade, whatever it is you like doing, right? What constitutes a good trade? When do I get into a good trade? When do I get out of the trade? What is it I'm looking for? How do I do charting? How do I use indicators? What indicators should I use? And all that and much more. And through time and experience in our training, you'll learn how to do that on your own. You should not be in any way indebted to a call-out group, right? Those just don't work in the long term. You're not learning anything. You're just listening to somebody say, buy ABC company and sell ABC company. You have no idea why, correct? You're just looking and following somebody randomly. What if what they're putting you in is very risky, right? There's another issue there, right? What if it's risky? So, oh, look at that. That's going to go to 88, which is where that order's at now. So watch that pull back to 88, which will be, I'm interrupting this trade here or my speech because we got this active trade going in gold that we've been trading off and on all day today. It's trying to break out above VWAP. Is it going to continue to break and hold above VWAP? Well, there was a little scare with a big order wanting to pull it back down to 88, which it didn't. So we're going to see if it can break out of this next level up here, which is basically 90. Is kind of what we're looking for. 90s on our L2 down there at the bottom on the ass side, the red side. It's getting there, approaching there now. And there we go. We got a watch up above here on us, though. We do have the previous day low up there around the, what is that level? 92.3 area, somewhere in that neighborhood. So watch for a potential pullback there. I'm staring at my chart on my other screen for a specific purpose because I could not resist. I have no self-control. I just had to jump in this trade for real over here. What you see on my screen here, though, is my paper trading account. So I'm over here to see if this thing's going to pop. It wants to come back down to 40.90. There's a big order there. It wants to fill at 40.90 and get that out of the road. Maybe that'll push that down and they'll pay more. There's a large order for 40.92. If that can take over. They're fighting over the price here, right? And there's no reason to get out of this trade quite yet. Well, there's a little red candle there. Is that going to scare me out? Probably. Let's see what it does when it fills this 90 here, right? To see if this bounces and causes a influx of volume into the buyers there, right? And see what happens here. So we're going to be very cautious here. It's still into trade. And there's 90.6 order there. So that will help a little bit. But that 92 order is still holding strong. And it's still struggling to get up there. The buyers and the sellers are fighting over the price right now. They just don't want to break out of the top of this channel here, right? So we're going to wait and see here. They're still fighting. All it takes is somebody to throw in a bigger order than the other side, and this thing could potentially move up, or it could drop like a rock, right? If they get tired of fighting. Somebody might give up and decide, heck with it, we're selling it off, getting out of Dodge, right? So they have too much trouble to fight to get this up there, right? So we'll see what happens here. Make sure you have your stops in place, obviously, right? And so, you know, it's going down here. It could stop you out or not, right? So it's still struggling, still on the struggle bus. It's on a downturn here. Is it going to hold here though above this previous candle down here? And it didn't, right? So there you go. That was a successful trade, by the way, for those caring to know, and you know who you are. So wasn't much, but it was a little bit. Could not break out of the top of that trend channel here, right? This is what this trend channel is on Coach's indicators. Yes, I just conducted a live trade on my other system. This here is my paper trading account. Even though you can't see it, it does say right here paper trading. So anything I do here is with fake money. I don't trade my real account live because I am talking and looking around. I just did that because I was waiting on that break and hold above VWAP, and I took advantage of that as soon as I saw that happen. So I was in there. I got a few ticks out of it. Matter of fact, I got, how much did I get out of it? Let me look. I got 16 ticks out of that trade. So that would be $16 because MGC only pays $1 per tick. The ES, which would be GC, pays $10 a tick, right? There's the difference. So I made $17 versus 170. That's how that works. Get paid per tick. Hello, Mr. DT. Is it possible to trade on Webull? Yes, it is. That's what I am trading on. Well, this is actually my trade of 8. This is Trading View, but yes, my main account, my large account is on Webull. I trade futures on it all the time. You have to have a separately funded account. You have to get approved to be able to trade futures on Webull. Just the same way you have to get approved for trading stock options. If you've ever answered the stock option questions, you'll know what they are. You do have to answer the questions correctly or they will not allow you to trade. They will not approve your account. So there's a series of, I don't know, 5 or 8 questions that you have to answer correctly to get in there. So you just go to the website, you apply to open an account. You have to answer the risk questions and answer them properly, or you'll be forced to reapply again in 30 days. So before you go answering them questions, make sure you know what they're asking for, right? You know what I mean? Do your own research. I cannot tell you how to answer those questions. That would be illegal and immoral on top of it. So when you see the questions, you'll be able to see. So, all right. So yes, you can trade on that. I use Webull and I have also Tradeovate. I use my small Tradeovate account to trade live in front of our paid members. But I also trade my large account also. I generally don't have that screen up when I'm trading it, but because I'm concentrating on it more because I'm trading a larger amount, as you can imagine. So anyhow, great question. Tradeovate. I'll type that in there for you. It also has smaller margin requirements to fund your account. Let's see here. Tradeovate. You can go to their website also, right? So, yeah, it sounds like Trade of 8, but it's Tradeovate. So anyway, there you go. That's it. Over on our YouTubes, we got James, our newly crowned officially moderator. He's been a moderator for a long time over on our social medias, but now he's an official ADT, full-fledged, sworn in, took the secret oath and everything. You know, we exchanged blood and all that kind of stuff. You know, he took sworn in and all that, and now he's an official moderator at American Dream Trading. Hey, good to see you, Stephen, over there on the YouTubes. James is in there handling and answering your questions, as is our other moderator, Doug, who also helps out with the futures. Doug's an excellent trainer and trader in his own right, and they're all both quite capable of answering your questions. If at any time we can't answer a question, we will find the answer and get back to you. We're not above that either. So, by the way, your questions make this show better. So if you have any questions in relationship to futures or investing in general, feel free to ask them in your social media chat box, and we'll do our best to answer your questions live as time allows. All you gotta do is type them in there. So, all right. All right, J-Dog, good to see you. Bogdan, good to see you. Chicken Nuggets over there. Uh-oh. Chicken Nuggets on the loose on the social media. Billy Max over there on the YouTubes. Also, Thank you for your likes and shares over there. We got John and Aram and John Barry and Vikash and Rob. Good. Nice to have you all here today. What's your idea about the chart in relationship to what? What's the difference between all the lines on this screen kind of going up and down? So you want to know what I think gold is going to do right now? Well, it's heavy. It's consolidating right now. It's been in an upward trend since for a while, multiple hours. It was in a downtrend. It's been kind of going up irregularly since, I don't know, whatever time that is, since 10:30, 11 o'clock. It's been going up and down. The last direct up we've been having, we started at around, I don't know, 130-ish, 120-ish. So the trend is up, and that's all I can go by. I don't really care which way it goes. I don't care if it goes up, down, or sideways. Why is that? Because I can make money no matter what it does, right? Coach has educated us here at American Dream Trading how to trade up. We can make money going up, we can make money going down, and we will even make money when it goes sideways, right, through channel trading. So I trade to trade, and Coach teaches us to trade that's in front of me. I am not going to ignore the downtrend and not make money on it just because I like trading to the uptrend, or vice versa. I'm not going to trade to the uptrend. I just like it when it goes down. We're going to play it all the different ways that we can use to make money. And I don't care. I honestly, that sounds cavalier, but I honestly don't care which way it goes. I will trade to trade. Now, I will wait on the setups. Obviously, when it changes from going up to going down, you got to wait on the setups and vice versa, right? But I don't make a prediction which way it's going to go. Now, I can use my indicators and kind of get a guess maybe where it might be going. Use my L2 and kind of see what it's showing me. But, you know, when it comes down to it, I'm reading the candles, watching the candles, being involved in the trade as it happens, right? And getting in when I should, getting out when I should. Do I always get out when I should? No. I took a couple losses today live. I had 27 good, this is on my small account, 27 total trades, 6 of them were losses. So, you know, roughly 75, 80% of my trades were green today, right? Some days it's higher, some days it's lower, but I'm green every day. So what's the difference with all those lines on my screen, John asked over there on the TikTok, right? Well, these are EMAs, these are trend lines. That's a 9 EMA, 21, and the 55 EMAs. All it does is take the last 9 candles and does an average and draws a trend line. Takes the last 21 candles, draws a trend line. Takes the last 55 candles, draws a trend line. VWAP is volume weighted average price. This is where the price should really be, right? Based on the averages of everything. And that's based on the last 14 candles, by the way. And then we also have, as soon as I find it here, down here below, I got this little blue line, dotted line. That's my 200 MA. That's the last 200 candles. It's a longer term indicator showing what the trend is. Now, what's good for them lines? Well, that's a good question because we use all these things in conjunction with each other to determine, number one, is it a good trade to enter? Is it a good trade to enter to the upside? Is it a good trade to enter to the downside? Now that I'm in the trade, how long do I stay in the trade? This thing is popping back up there again and just aggravating the heck out of me seeing that candle climb. And you know how that gets on my nerves, right there, Ralph? So, you know, Mark sometimes he just can't sit here idly by, right? He might want to see that go to 95 and then lock in his profit, right? If it can get up there, right? There's a wall.
Couldn't help myself. I'm up $1,000.
There you go. Gotta go. That's how we do it, right? That's because you're a master.
You are watching a master at work.
Thank you.
Right. There you go. Right. So let's see if this thing wants to pop back up there or not, right? Boy, that's a ginormous pull. That's more than I thought it would be. See if it bounces back off this 9. If it's going to bounce off this 9. You're going to bounce off this 9. If not, I'm going to get out of this trade. Let's see what happens here. And give it a second to see what happens, right? And what's the mistake I made there, Esteban, on that trade that I made earlier, right? What the mistake did I make on entering that trade?
You didn't wait for the break and hold.
Well, that, and it didn't start on the shoulder of the previous candle because I jumped in it too fast. I didn't properly evaluate it, right? Had I spent an extra 2 seconds, I would have seen that didn't start on the shoulder of the previous candle, and right. So here's my decision whether I'm ripping the Band-Aid off what this candle here does, right? Let's see what happens, right? You got to give them room to breathe.
It's been respecting
and there
the
we go.
21
And I'm
until
out
it
of that.
doesn't.
So there we go.
Yep.
Okay. So, anywho, there we go. I made a poor decision on entry. Now, the question I asked him was, what mistake did I make? And they all know what criteria I used. When I entered the trade, this was on the shoulder of the other one. This was on the shoulder. This was on the shoulder. Shows strength to the upside. I jumped in on this one up here, and this candle didn't even start on the shoulder of the previous candle because I jumped in too quick. I improperly evaluated that trade. Now, does that mean it still can't go up? Yes, it could still go up, right? But it also indicates a weakness because it didn't start where the price of the previous candle ended. So that can potentially be a sign of weakness, and most of the time it is, right? And I've learned and know better not to do that. And I just did it live in front of everybody, right? So, anyhow. So anyway, I gave up whatever I gave up there, $50, whatever it was on that one trade, you know. So you always, I want to see a sign of strength by seeing the candle on top of the shoulder of the previous candle. That way it steps up. See, bang, 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 bang. This one didn't, and it pulled back, right? This one didn't start on it, but it did go up, then bang, bang, bang. This one didn't start on the shoulder, it pulled back. Now on the downside, it did the same thing. On the shoulder, drop. On the shoulder, drop. This one didn't start on the shoulder, and it was at VWAP. That was the real reason those didn't move. But you know, so now it's, you know, it's testing this area again, right? Is it going to want to break through to that upside over there? Well, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, right? Let's see what happens, right? Whether it wants to or not. If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't, right? There was them orders up there, that 95 earlier. Now, it doesn't mean they're there anymore. See how that candle started on the shoulder of the previous? See that? There you go. And that's how that works, right? So, and that's how you do it. That's how we do it. And see, now there's pulling back a little bit, right? You can give candles breathe, right? So that's how you make money. You want to see that happen, right? It had oomph to the upside. Now it did lose it eventually, pulled back. Doesn't mean it won't pop back up, but doesn't mean it will either, right? So you could get in there as a scalper and take advantage of those things, in and out, in and out, in and out, right? And make some nice money that way, right? So, and that's kind of how I trade. I trade on the break and hold of the 9, right? And then go from there, and then try to manage the trade. And I'm always watching for that stacking of the shoulder on shoulder thing to kind of give me a rough indication whether it's got strength. You know what I mean? So that doesn't always work. Nothing's 100%, right? But it just kind of gives you an idea. If sellers want to sell, they're going to sell. They don't care whether it's stacked on the shoulder or not, right? And it comes right down to it. So those are just some of the little things you kind of try to remember while you're into trade to kind of help you maybe stay in a trade. You know, I can watch the candle I'm in now and wait for the next one to start. And where's it starting at? Well, if it's on the shoulder, it's got a little bit of oomph. Well, then it's probably might want to keep going my way. If it doesn't start on the shoulder or it doesn't have the oomph, right, the volume to push it up more, then yeah, I might want to exit, right, if I'm in an active trade. Or I can wait and let it breathe, because candles will breathe. Right now, gold's moving at an average of 33 ticks, right? That's 3 points. That's $3 in movement on average per 1 minute candle. So that's a lot of movement, right? So I can gain or lose $33 on average. And that's, again, the key word there is average in one candle very easily, right? So it's something you have to be patient sometimes. And that's hard to do, especially if you see something go red against you, right? And those are the decisions you have to make. And you learn that through training and experience and how to stay in, right? Once you've traded a lot, you learn to trade more robotically, less emotionally. You know, when you trade with real money, there's emotions involved, believe me. When you lose a trade, you got to be able to control your emotion. You also have to be able to decide to get out of a trade and lose money on purpose. What I call ripping the Band-Aid off. There's got to be a point where you cut your losses. Now, that's what we have stop losses for, to automatically do that for you, right? If it falls back all of a sudden. but you should manage your trade so you don't even have to worry about that. So entry's key to profits. That's when it comes right down to it. You try to do your best with your training and education like we provide here at the American Dream Trading to make the best educated decisions on entering a trade. So you just got to give her time, that's all. So it is holding up above the 9. It's kind of weak. It's kind of in a consolidating effort. You can see over here this candle right here. See how this here topped out, and that's kind of where it's hanging out right now. Now what can happen is if it sits here too long, people might just say, to heck with it, I'm getting out, right? Or it'll sit here, people like, oh, I'm just going to jump in here and run this up and add value to it, right? And it'll sit there, it'll call like a coiled spring. It just sits there ready to launch, and you could possibly get a whole bunch of people in there all at once, and you get these big candles like what's kind of sort of happening now. It's just an average candle right now, but so people like me jumped in on that because it started on the shoulder of the previous candle, just made $15 on that little 5-second move on a one little micro trade, right? So anywho, that's how that works. Questions? So there we go. Now again, what you see on this screen is my paper trading account. So now I'm up here at this critical level. Can I short this to the downside? Yeah, I can. I could try to play a downside pull, right? Bang, right? There, I'm in for 2 contracts, trying to short it, see if it bounces down here. I'll get a quick scalp if it does pull, right? Right here. So, maybe I'll even use TP. How's that? I don't never use that in real life. But I'm just showing you that's an option you can do to take profit, right? So there I am on that top pull, right? I can lock in $10 right there, bang, bang, that quick, right? Or else you're going to make $10 in 2 seconds, right? So that's how you do that. So when the next candle starts at the top of the previous candle, that's what I'm looking at. The shoulder stacking, see here? It's stair step. It's like a step, right? So that's the sign of strength. Again, it's not a guarantee that it's going up, but it is a sign of strength, right? The reason that it's a sign of strength is because the top of the candle is where the price ended at, right? The body of the candle. The bottom of the next candle is where the price started at. So you want to see the next candle start at least where the previous one ended or higher, okay? So in doing that, and if it gets volume to push it up, that shows some strength that it may want to continue. Now, it may only continue 1 candle, may continue 10 candles. You don't know. You don't know how high is high or how low is low, right, when you're taking a trade. So that's just a sign of strength is all it is. And as you can see, you can go look at any chart and see how they stacked up shoulder on shoulder, right? The shoulder of the candle, right? This is the top of the candle. These are the shoulders. And this one started right above that one, right? And if they don't, it can pull back and be a sign of a weakness, right? So it's a generality. It's a good thing to watch, especially when you're in a trade. I will wait on what we call a confirmation candle at key critical limits, key critical areas, whether it be an indicator, whether it be VWAP or 200 or a historical line that I have on my chart or this trend line. As it approaches those, I want to see a break and hold. So I want to see a candle break through this line with another candle starting on the shoulder of the previous candle that broke through and have some oomph to the upside, right? That's a break and hold strategy, right? Just one of the many ways you can trade, right? As a scalper, that's what I tend to do more often than not, right? So, all right, Bucko's in here. By the way, we are offering 3 different packages for a 7-day free trial each. You can get the premium package for absolutely free. You get live Zoom training with Coach and other training moderators from 8:45 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily, Monday through Friday Eastern Time. And you get the full benefits and privileges of a paid member. That's all our resources. You get access to the live Zoom call with Coach. You're not watching free on these lives where you're delayed no less than 20 seconds. It's anywhere from 20 to 45 we found is about the average. We also have the crypto membership. Well, good news for you. If you join our crypto membership today, they are having tonight, which is every Wednesday night they have at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, live crypto training. And that goes on for sometimes hours. It depends how much participation and everything's in there. But you can ask anything crypto in there and get training on that. Bucko and Chris in there are very highly skilled and educated and intelligent trainers. I haven't heard them get asked a question they don't know the answer to yet, right? I've been impressed. It's mind-blowing what they talk about in there. I've attended them a few myself, even though I'm not actively trading crypto. But I still learn things just by showing up and listening and asking questions, right? And so if you join that free 7-day trial today, you can join that live training tonight at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we have our futures 7-day free trial, which is with me and all the other training moderators and live members in a live training Zoom call starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time through 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. You can join us if you join right now, you can come in this live Zoom call we're having right here, right now. You won't have that 20-second delay, right? And all that. So anyhow, check them out. You go to our website, American Dream Trading. There's a membership button there. All you do is click it, sign up for it. Absolutely free for 7 days. If you cancel any time within the 7 days, there's absolutely zero, nilch, nada, zilch, nothing, nada charge for it. All right. Also grab our free Discord while you're there, because you will need that to get the Zoom links for our live trainings every morning, because those links change every morning. All right, let me go back up here to TikTok, see what we got for questions. Let's see. He said, Aram said he lost 84. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, right? That's part of trading, is losing. I've had 7 losing trades. I've lost, this is on my small account, by the way, a total of $321 today, right? Now I'm still green for the day, right? Total profit was 560, so I lost 300, right? So I'm ahead of the game, right? So having red trades, unfortunately, is part of it. Now, my losses today were 100% attributed to my mistakes, right? Not following the rules, not entering when I should, compromising my entry, different things like that. So every one of those was on me. It wasn't that the market suddenly pulled back and smacked me out. Every one of them, 100% of mine today were my fault, right? I entered improperly. And I knew better, and I did it live in front of our members, which makes it even worse, right? I'm supposed to be telling them this is how you do it, and I don't do what I say, right? So do what I say, not as I do. George. Anyway, I don't know what that's supposed to mean about messaging you there, but, we don't message each other here. If that's what you want, that's not allowed here. Bucko, by the way, speaking of futures, Bucko 504 is one of our moderators over on the TikTok live feed. He is also one of the trainers in the 7:15 p.m. class tonight. So feel free, even though we're talking about futures here, if you have a crypto question for Bucko, go ahead and ask it. He'll answer it. All right? Alrighty. What's the meaning of levels trading? Is it the market's progress? What? Meaning of levels in trading. Well, if you're talking about these lines on my chart, these are historical levels, right? I've put this on higher time frames and then went back and marked on my chart the different places that these, of course, it's kind of hard to see here on the month one. That's pretty big. We'll just use this down here since I don't have a whole lot down here, right? So this is a 1 month chart. I can let go of this thing here, right? So I would come down, let's just say I'm going to come down here and chart. So I want to spread my chart out a little bit, and I want to see where does these hit a lot of times at, right? And then I'll draw a line there. As you can see, these all hit here pretty much. I want to find multiple places. So if I draw a line there, can I go across here and see where these started and stopped there also? And I can tweak that just a hair right down. So look, see how these all stop down through here and stop coming up through there? And I rinse and repeat and do that. That's a historical level. It bought and sold. Now, there are some that's going to break through it or not quite touch it, but most there's a high instance where at this level down here, it touched those, right? So I would mark that. And then you do the same thing. Go to a day, a 4 hour, whatever, however often you want to do it. I generally do 4 hour and 2 minute, but you can do however you like, right? It's your chart. So those historical levels, those are all points of decisions for me, okay? So as I go through the history here, let me reset my chart here, back on the 1 minute. Now, I have way too many lines on here. I've been throwing lines on here like crazy. I got to blank my charts out. So excuse all them lines. You don't need 3/4 of them lines that's on my chart. But I've been slapping lines on it because why? Because it went down and it worked its way back up. So I just had some shorter term info. But these will tend to buy and sell at the same place all the time in these different zones, right? So every one of my historical lines that I drew, based on month, day, week, whatever, right? I see it continuously hits that area. Well, I can pretty much be sure that, it's going to stop there, right? Either resistance going up, or if it's coming down, it'll stop and it hits that line there, right? And people will buy and sell at those different levels. So I can use them to my advantage, knowing the historical levels, where to enter on trades at, right? I can make buying and selling decisions. I will jump out before it hits a level sometimes, right? Or I'll wait, till it breaks a level before I get in. So that's what we're talking about, historical levels, right? I saw proof that these things stopped here a lot of times right here. Now, while those candles didn't touch, well, either one of two things is happening. My line is off, which could be, or they were selling off before it hit that level, which is what I do. If I do it, so does other people, right? And they'll sell off a few pennies before that, right? So that's a strategy. All right. Options, price reporting authority outage. Ooh, don't be trading options, fetching options data across multiple brokers. Man, this has been a week for the interwebs being down. So if you're Bucko posted, if you're trading options, do not trade options. The options reporting thing is not working properly. Thank you for that information. That's very important. Cameron, welcome back. I want to talk to you, see what you found out. Do I prefer options or long-term stocks? I thought about trying options on a small scale. How about sticking with stocks for now until you master that? When you're highly successful trading stocks, that's where you're building your base, right? Don't be flip-flopping back and forth. Different options is its own thing. It can be complicated. It can rip your face off more so than a stock. A stock, at least you own equity in it. You could actually end up with zero left on your option trade, right? You can only lose what you put into it, but you can end up with zero. At least if you're buying stocks and it goes against you, yeah, it sucks to lose money, but you don't lose until you sell it, right? And you can always wait for it to come back up. So it's not let's try it. Let's build the skills. It sounds to me like you're trying to get rich quick, and that ain't how it works, right? Let's concentrate on building our skills. And that's what we do here at American Dream Trading. I don't know what you're waiting on. Why don't you grab that 7-day free trial? And you can train with Coach and the other training moderators from 8:45 through 4 p.m. every day for up to 7 days. Absolutely free. Go to our website, American Dream Trading. No strings attached, right? And grab the Discord. You need that also, so you can get the Zoom links, right? And you'll have no delay, and you can sit in there all day if you like. That would be my recommendation to you. I think once you get in there, you'll find what you like, and you'll see it, right? And you want to be in there, and you'll learn more. Your brain will explode. What I'm showing you and talking to you is nothing compared to what we really do in here, right? This is a tease. This is just the tip of the iceberg, right? So we got a lot of consolidation going on with gold. Key levels of support and history. Yep. Yes, we do not DM anyone in here, George. If you make any sort of request, you'll have to go to somebody else's house because you're not going to be welcome in ours. Cameron, new to trading shares before option. Okay, great. Nunya's already answered that. Can I re-explain that shoulder stacking? I did that. What's the yellow and green line? This yellow line is VWAP. And what was the other one? Green line? Well, this green line was a trend line here. This is the top of the trend channel. This is a trend channel. Here's the top of the channel. Here's the bottom of the channel. And that gray one is the median point, the middle, right? Didn't live in the middle. So they're just all tools for me to use to help me make decisions. Do I need all that? No. But I have it there anyway because I know it'll make me money, right? Thanks for all those follows and shares, by the way. Appreciate it. Should we hold BYND? Well, Beyond Meat, see, I knew what that was. How do I know that? Because I made big money off that this morning in the pre-market when it was shooting up $7-8. It was up about $8.80 or something at one point. I actually traded that this morning in the pre-market. We were trading that at 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock this morning, making all kinds of money. Our members killed it with that stock. I don't know where it's at now. I haven't looked at it since. What price is it at now? And number one, I can't answer that question because neither I or anyone else associated with American Dream Trading are licensed financial advisors. And as such, we cannot give you financial investment or tax advice at any time. So you do have to do your own research. We train you how to do that here at American Dream Trading, right? Membership does have its privileges. We offer extensive training in them regards of how to decide what's a good trade, right? But I can't tell you to buy or hold or sell this or buy that at any time. All right? So, all right, good questions though. Do I trade crypto? I don't personally actively trade crypto. Have I traded? Yes, I have. But I don't. That's not my jam right now. Futures is my jam. It's where I spend 99.99999% of my time, other than in the pre-market trading those stocks once in a while. And I'm still trading futures at 2 o'clock in the morning too. So, all right. If I sound strange, it's because I have a head cold. When do you flip bullishness to bearishness or vice versa as you stack shoulders? Well, I don't. I trade the trades in front of me. As long as it's going up, I'm going to trade the going up. If it pulls back and reverses direction, I'm going to use my indicators. I'm going to use my levels on my chart and put that all together and then make a decision on whether I want to enter a trade to the downside. Just because it pulls back on a candle or two doesn't necessarily mean it's going down, right? Could just be a pullback. So that's why I use all of this information as a novel, and then I make, based on what I'm going to do, I can decide in fractions of a second what I want to do with that trade. There's no particular thing that says to do this or do that. All right. When the trend is down, each candle starts at the bottom of the previous. Yes, that's true, right? So here's your trend. Here's the down candle here, right? This candle started on the shoulder. This started on the shoulder. Of course, VWAP stopped it, right? There's no way I would hold it all that way. But what is a reversal trend? That's a different story, right? Sometimes they're hard to recognize until after they've been going for a while. A pullback will happen from time to time. We have a coach talks about the 5 to 7 minute candle rule, right? If you're on a 1 minute chart, every 5 to 7 candles, you can expect a pullback on average. Is it 100% foolproof? No. 1, 2, 3. That one, a little bit pullback on that. 4, 5. You can go through here and see how often that works. Because why is that? It's just the theory is it's 5 to 7 minutes is a long time when you're scalping, right? And people will tend to get out of their positions. Again, it's not a 100% thing to hang your hat on, but it works very well that way. You can almost count on it most of the time. Does that mean you can't go 10 or 15 candles? Well, sure. Yes, you can. All right. Do I know any confluences from the color volume bars? Do they help in any way? I don't even look at my volume bars down here. Honestly, I don't. I mean, it does tell me over here how many buyers and sellers, the volume, buying volume, selling volume. I'll glance at that. I'll look at my ATR every now and then just to make sure the volatility hasn't changed significantly where I need to adjust my stops. But other than that, I'm looking up here. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at my chart, my candles. I don't get too wrapped up in this. I can tell whether there's volume or not by the simple fact that my L2 is not moving much, right? I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Cameron, all right. Let me ask you a question there, Cameron. You was here yesterday asking about AutoZone. See, I remember. What did you find out? I'm not asking you what your end result was. Where is your mind put at ease based on the research that you did after our discussion during our live trading session yesterday? Cameron. Hello? Hello?
Hey, you were gone there for a minute.
No. Well, yeah. I haven't done that for a while, have I? No, I'm waiting on Cameron to answer me before I move on. If you don't answer me, then I'm not going to ask. And he might be at a spot where you can't type. Oh, yes. So they had a share buyback program which keeps their stock elevated. Okay. How did they compare to their competition? Did their competition have the same kind of pullback? Good. You said, all right. So if they compared to the competition, that should put your mind at rest also, right? A little bit, right? So, Good. Yeah, when they take shares off the market, that makes what remaining is even that more powerful, right? So, good. I need to write something down here before I forget. To write myself notes or I don't remember. All right, good. All right. So now gold's getting a little heavy on the vine here. It's starting to droop a little bit. Does that mean it's going to go down or not? Don't think so. All right. By the way, when you're a paid member of American Dream Trading, you get live Zoom training Monday through Friday. Even some VIP and VIP Golds and Diamond members have training on Saturdays, and there's training on Sundays also available with the futures. So get those free memberships, 7-day trial, and you can join the live crypto training tonight at 7:15 p.m. Right? All right, so let's see what else we got going on there. Doug's back apparently. All right, well, let's see if this wants to pull down to the downside now that it's worked its way up. Nope, it doesn't really. It did not break and hold completely below the 9, so that's not an entry point as far as I'm concerned. I'm waiting on a break and hold to the downside. All right. And what else do we have going on? All right. Let's take a walk around the block. By the way, paid members have access to a live open mic that they can open anytime they so choose to ask questions. Hello?
Or annoying Mark.
I have a question. And then
We have a
to go.
question from a paid
Yes, I
member.
do. I have a question. So on it's a Trade-Evate question.
Okay.
Where on, because I'm just starting to get used to it now, but where do you see, like, you know how on Webull you've got a list of all the different, the micros and it's all, they're all there.
Yep.
You have to, like I've found on Trade-Evate, I just have to start typing it in and then it comes up. And where are the prices? Where are the margin prices?
That it doesn't show you what the margin is. You just have to use the website like you do. I don't believe there's anything that actually tells you on
Okay.
Webull's website. And in the Discord, I also have the margin list in there. Imagine that.
Okay, so you have to be a paid member to see that in the Discord, that part, right?
Well, yeah. Futures.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
See all the benefits we get?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So it does show them on there. That's it. I have the Webull one in there and in the Trade-Evate. They're all subject to change from time to time. I try to keep them updated every now and then.
I was just trying to figure out
But
the
as far
Trade-Evate one.
as, there is that widget. It's called, what is it called? It's called, I don't know. You create your own list. Positions. You can have positions. You can have orders. This has got, what is that called? I don't even know. It doesn't tell me.
Trade-Evate?
Yeah, in Trade-Evate. It's,
The application
you hit that little
settings?
you hit that little plus symbol in the top left-hand corner.
Oh,
And you
okay.
drag and drop, click on it, drag and drop it to where you want it. I believe that one is called.
Oh yeah. You click on that, and I didn't know how to work this.
Yeah,
So
you
'cause
click
they
it
all-
and drag and drop it where you want it onto your chart. That would be report
Order
code editor.
ticket.
You just drag them over, you'll see one of them.
Oh, I see an
Orders.
options chain. What's that about?
Well, we don't do options, so that's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
TNS.
Log.
Super dumb.
Hey,
I don't know.
Christina.
I forget
Order
what-
ticket.
I don't know. Just grab one of them. You'll find it. If you don't like it, just click the little X in the box and it'll close it.
Okay. Oh. On the order
I have
ticket,
it on
it
my
has a
chart,
price,
but it doesn't give it
yeah.
a name.
Right. Okay.
I mean, positions obviously is positions, but this symbol one, it shows, it breaks it down into tabs there, and it has indices, metals, energies, yada yada yada, and you can rearrange them. Then you type in what you want on your list.
Where are you? Where was it?
Well, I don't have it on this screen that you
Oh,
can see.
okay. I thought you did. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll figure it out.
It's one of
I
those.
just thought
Hit that plus. Just drag it on your chart.
Yeah.
You'll see it.
Okay. All right.
It'll
I
say
just thought, if
search
there was an
on it,
easy
you type
answer,
in
I
what you
wanted it.
want. Yeah, I don't have that
Okay.
loaded up on my on this
Okay.
this system.
That's cool. Okay. Thanks.
All right.
All right.
All right. Good question.
Okay. So basically, do my own research. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Yes, just text. Somebody just said, Bucko said that on the lives also. Thank you. Yes, don't be trading options right now. Got some technical glitches going on in the interwebs still. So be careful. I mean, we're not trading options here, but anywho, let me type something in this chat box. By the way, I'm the one typing random numbers. It says AD Coach over there on TikTok. That's actually me, because we share the same corporate account. That's the word I was looking for. Corporate account. All right. What do we
I got another one.
Uh-oh.
On the indicators, I figured out the 9, the 21, the 55, but I was looking for the, you can't get the EWO, can you?
Yes, you can.
You can? Oh, where's that?
It's under like a miscellaneous thing.
Oh, okay, because I looked under oscillators and I didn't see, well, maybe I didn't.
No, it's under something else there. It's, once you highlight it, it is under oscillators, but.
It is? Oh, but it's called something different?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not oscillator. Let me see here. What else we got? We got other. And by the way, once you get all those on there, save them as a template. That way you don't have to. You click on the next thing over, it says template list, give it a name, save it. Right?
Oh, yeah, I save them as default. That one.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay, great.
Okay.
It's called something. It's called.
Oh, something.
You got to go through all them things. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Free.
All right, I'll
Is
find
it is it the awesome oscillator?
It might be.
Awesome oscillator? Is that there? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I had it on there at one time and I took it off because I'm not using that chart to chart anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And see, right now I'm going to have to because I only got one screen, one monitor. So
Well, you could split the screens if you wanted to.
Oh, you can? Oh,
Shrink it up, grab it by the corner, slide it over, resize it. And then you do the other one and resize it and put it on the other half of your screen.
I'll probably lose the whole freaking thing.
Oh, come on, have confidence.
I do, but not on that kind of stuff. Not I can trade my butt off, but I can't figure out the computer.
Okay.
I screw it up all the time. So, yeah.
All right. So gold's hanging out over here. I got ES up here now. It's kind of flat. And Q is also kind of flat. The Russell is also kind of flat. What do I think the Dow is? The Dow is kind of flat. Gold's kind of heavy. And oil is also flat in that channel. Oil had some nice moves up and down today. Didn't set any records, but it was some nice EWOs there you could have traded. So. Hang on here. Got to check something. Oh, there it is down there.
So, Mark, you actually doing your trading on Webull, your ins and your outs?
Yeah, I trade on Webull all the time. That's what it's the first thing I started on. And I trade futures on Webull. That's what I trade my large account on, Webull. I mean, I connect it to, if I'm by myself, I will hook it to my trading view, link it, and then trade through Webull. If not, when I'm sharing my screen with you guys, I've got my Webull account open with the Webull desktop app, right? And I'm trading off the side on one of the other monitors, right? So, yep.
Gotcha. I'm still learning Webull. It's a new thing from Toss Schwab. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. Have you watched the training videos on Webull?
I'm still watching, still learning.
Okay, have you watched the videos though?
The ones that did that they start and they stop, those ones?
Yeah, they're in there. They work. You just got to get them opened up.
All right.
You can watch them in WAP or whatever, right? That'll answer 80% of your questions.
Okay.
Okay.
I also trade.
What's that?
I'm sorry. I also trade on my phone if I'm driving somewhere, and like I'll do like this morning. I did a call option on Apple, and once I get in, I didn't even get out of it. I'm like, where is my trade on the the screen on the phone? I'm like, I had to really scramble. It's crazy.
Yeah, you have to be proficient in trading on all platforms. Never trade live money until you're 100% sure of the mechanics, because they're different
Right.
on the desktop, on the phone, on a tablet. Even the tablet
Right.
and the cell phone apps are slightly different.
Gotcha.
So please
Yeah,
don't
I'm
trade
still
real
learning.
money until you're proficient at it, right? And you
Yeah.
can paper trade on them too, so that'll help you with your mechanics, right? Just so you know where the things are at. Now, if you're not actively trading on your phone, it's just not that big of a deal. But you should be able to take trades and know how to get out of trades. You know, like
know
me,
what?
I do paper trade on my phone. I paper trade too, but I mean, I do take trades on my phone. I'll be sitting on the couch upstairs and I'll take some trades or whatever, covertly, so my wife don't see me.
Illegal
And yell
live
at me.
trades.
You've been out there all day, right? Which I'll be doing tonight. So if I come in with bruises tomorrow, you'll know why. I like trading gold on Wednesday nights for some reason. I don't know if there's a direct correlation, but I will see again. So far, every Wednesday night I've traded, gold's really done well. But yes, you need to be proficient. And the number one reason is because if you're trading on your desktop, you need to have an emergency backup. Because what if your computer burns up all of a sudden, right? Your monitors go out, or somebody hits an electric pole outside your house. Now you don't have no power, right? Well, you at least can grab your cell phone and get hopefully cell service somewhere, right? To at least get out of a trade. So you need to be proficient in knowing how to at least get out of trades in event of an emergency. Obviously, if your power's out, you're not really that worried about getting into trades. That's your last of your worries, right? But you can do it. And you should actually open a trade on your desktop and exit out on your cell phone or your tablet. Actively do it so that you know that you know that you know, right? So don't ever trade real money unless you know those mechanics. We've had countless people over the years that walk in here and throw some money at something, think they're just going to start clicking buttons. Oh, this can't be too hard to do. Just click a mouse, right? And have no clue of the mechanics. And there's 4 or 5 different ways to get in and out of a trade. I don't care what broker you use. I'm sure I've never had a Schwab account or TOS account, so I have no idea. But I can assure you, without even knowing a thing about them, that they'll have 4 or 5 ways of entering a trade and 4 or 5 ways of getting out of a trade. Am I incorrect on that? Having multiple ways, right? Different widgets.
Yep, you're correct.
Yeah,
But
Weeble's the same
I was
way.
live.
Trading View's the same way. You know, Trade of Eight's the same way. They all have multiple ways of doing it. So you need to know how to use all those ways. And you'll find ones that's your favorite also, right? You know, some of them are more clunky ways of doing the same thing, but they're there, right? And you need to understand that. Mechanics, if you don't have your mechanics down and you're trading real money, that is a recipe for wrecking your account. So don't do that. So get good at it. Good question. All right, what else we got? Questions. See, Wall Street's in here. Right, so Wall Street City had 1,000 pips gold flush yesterday. Yeah, good job there. I did well on gold way early this morning. My account there. What else? Thank you for them follows there, Changer. Appreciate it. Have fun and explore. See what you typed there. Scott and Kidder and Cameron and so on. Nunez over there also. And Colton just joined us. So glad to have you all here today. My name is Mark McSee. If you have any questions, feel free to type them down into your social media chat box and we'll try to answer them as time allows. Let's take a walk around the block real quick while one of our paid members finally opens their mic and asks the question they've been wanting to ask here for a little while. Russell's trying to break and hold above the 200 on the 1 minute chart. Russell, it has not broke above this level for a while, or that would be M2K if you were using using the micro, right? Does anybody trade with Thinkorswim? Yep, that's probably the number 2 most used broker of members here at American Dream Trading. Weeble's probably the top. I would say Thinkorswim, TOS, is probably the second largest amount of members in our group. They use that. They all love it. I've never had an account, never had any experience. I mean, I've seen screenshots of people's things, and everybody I know that uses TOS generally speaks highly of them. Are they the best broker in the world? No. Is Weeble the best broker in the world? No. They all have their advantages and disadvantages, right? Is Trade-Evate the best broker in the world? No, but does it have its advantages? Of course it does, right? So if you already have a broker you're happy with, you understand all the mechanics of it, there's no real reason to change just to trade futures unless your broker does not allow it. Now, is there a big difference in fees and margin requirements? Of course. So you need to, that's how you look at those things, right? Compare, is it to your advantage to change brokers or open, not so much change brokers, but to open up an additional brokerage account, right? To trade, right? So just because you're with one and you see everybody using a different one, there's not an automatic reason for you to change brokers. Not only that, you got to learn something all new again, right? Us old folks, as we get older, it gets harder to learn things, supposedly. That's what I'm told. I don't know. ADT's been able to, Coach has been able to teach me new tricks, right? This old dog. So I'm glad, yeah. So can I get in this little trade here? Well, I don't know. What do we got here? What do I got? I got no lines over there. It's coming up on a double top, right? What do we got for the next level on M2K paid members? Somebody shout out a level. I don't have one on my chart right here. I can see one. There's a little double top right here around that 254-ish mark, about where it's at right now. Let's see what this next candle does. Does it open on the shoulder of the previous? No. Good thing I looked backwards. There we go. I saw that, right? I didn't have a line there. Bang, bang, bang. Right there it is, right where that other previous candle stopped at right here. And what did I do? Is I looked backwards. This is the line I just drew. And look at these all right here. Bang, 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 bang. Right? Tough level. And then I got another one up here. Not as tough, but it's there, right? Got to respect the historical levels. All right, so we'll see if this can break and hold above this level, right? And see. If it can't, then, you know, you wait for it to do it. All right. So it's sitting here waiting. So if I had jumped into that trade, I'd be in a losing trade right now, right? So can I jump into that trade? Well, yeah, sure I can. I can go like that anytime I want to. Ain't nothing to click a button. There it is. I'm in the trade now, right? Well, did I enter just willy-nilly? Yeah, kind of. I want to see a break and hold above this level. If not, this thing can pull back on me, right? I did not wait on the break and hold there, right? So that could get me in trouble, right, by not doing that. So, you know, this is RTY. I'm up $100, fortunately for me, right? Just entering without really paying attention to what was going on. Now I'm up 200, $300, right? Look at that big climb up there. Is that going to go up there to that next level? I don't know, right? We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here, right? It can retrace on me, or I can lock in. I can come over here and click this button and lock in my profits at any time, right? And see what happens here. So we'll let it go. I want to see it come up to that top of that white line there, maybe lock in my profits up there, right? That would be the smart thing to do. Let's see, let it run, see what's going to happen. If I get any sign of a pullback, then I can always get out. See how I was down $50 there for a second? Now I'm up 100. See how much a candle breathing can impact your profits and losses. So if you're going to be a scalper, well, then you need to be a scalper, right? So I come up here and lock in $600 just like that. Bang, bang. Now this is fake money. It's not real. But that's how I do this all day long, right? In and out. Lock into profits, move on, right? Do I have a top here that I got to worry about? Of course I do, right? So, and there's the pullback. So it's a good thing I locked in those profits, right? As it approaches this up here, this is going to be a point of resistance, right? Doesn't mean it won't break through there, but a lot of times I'll lock in my profits and see by doing so, whatever I said I locked in there, doesn't matter what the amount was, right? I locked it in, so that pulled back. It didn't take that away. See how that worked? Have Fun and Explore says they have 20 years plus experience with Thinkorswim. There you go. There's somebody who likes Thinkorswim. If you're with somebody for 20 years, you must like the platform, right? One of the things I hear over and over and over again about Thinkorswim, and I'm not endorsing them, I've never had an account with them, is they have probably the best customer service of anyone. They even take the time to walk you through setting up your systems and all that. Most brokers won't do that for you. So that's why here at American Dream Trading, we create our own training videos, and we have one on how to set up. Boy, look at that pullback. Didn't see that coming, did we? Bang, bang. Anybody in that? To the downside? Did the rest of the market do the same thing, or was it just Russell? You know, NASDAQ's pulling back a little bit. Yep, they all did it, right? So there was a sell-off there. Probably pushing out all the people breaking their stops, right? And there's gold popping up out of that area. Who called out gold so the rest of us could make money on it? Anybody? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Oh my, I tell you, it's so hard to get good help around here. I know.
I'm back.
Well, you're back. What about the other 60 people in the room right now?
I'm
Come
here.
on.
What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
Well,
They don't want to make money.
nobody's told me about gold breaking out there, you know?
I did great. I did great in gold today.
You didn't.
I did.
Oh.
Did great.
So anyway, you pulled back already anyway. Why? What line did it hit? What did I tell you to watch for earlier today? Multiple times. Where did it hit and pull back from?
410,
4,100.
4100. That's what I mean.
Oh, for Esteban, this is yours. 4,100. Why did it do that? Nice round number, right?
Nice round
Market
number.
likes nice round purdy numbers. 4,100 is a nice little purdy number. Now it also is a support level, a resistance level. We can see back here, right? Hung out, but that's because it's just what it is. Nothing magical about that number, is there? It's just a number, but it's nice round numbers. They like thousands, they like hundreds, right? If it's a smaller price stock, they may like quarters, half dollars, three quarters, and whole dollars, right? So, wow. Ken, is that true? Is that the tomahawks?
Yeah.
Ooh, we'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get into that discussion online. By the way, did somebody just tell me that, look, Mark, that breaking through the 4,100 you were just talking about? I don't know what to do here, you know. Just trying to help people make money, you know. This is what makes our thing such a powerful thing here. Well, what do we got to the upside? Anything? Well, I'm at a level here on my chart, a critical level, right, that I have marked, historical level. I'm diddling in the middle of this trade right now. I want to see a break and hold above this level, which is 4103-ish, right? Is there orders for that to go up there to the upside on it? Well, there might be, right? I see some low fours. I see some, that doesn't mean it won't. There's orders to bring it back down to 103, right? So this can go either way. There's a big order, hold it down at 103, and there's also orders to take it up to 105. So they're going to be a battle to move it one way or the other. Who will win? Hopefully the 105s will win, because that means we're making money when it does that, right? And you know, I could jump in there like that and just see if that thing's going to run up to that 105, right? It may or may not. You know, it could actually pull back real hard. You never know, right? So, you know, patience is required while they battle out the price sometimes, right? And see what happens, right? So we'll see here. There's now 102, so it's losing support of that 103 that was there previously, right? So we'll see if it goes back up or not, or whether they're just going to give up at this level up here, right? So I want to spread these out a little bit so you can see better. And move this out of the way here. Grabbed it the wrong way. So let me just put this back over here. Put that up there so you can see again. There we go. So anyhow. All right. So that was a big wick on that candle, wasn't it? They really fought that. But I said it was they wanted to pull back to 103. Well, they sure did. That's where my line was at. Man, they really pulled that thing hard, right? That was quite the pullback. What was that? That was about a $30 pullback on a micro, right? 30 ticks or so. That's a substantial drop. Well, what's the average right now? 26. So that was larger than the ATR on that one candle. So if you had only sent your stops at the minimum ATR, you would have got stopped out, right? So you have to pad those ATRs for those. So you just can't just go flat out. Well, you can. You can make your stop whatever you want it. But you need to pad the ATR a little bit to allow for more than normal price movements, right? So questions, comments? We are in power hour now, by the way. Questions? Comments? Hello?
Hey, Mark, when do you add to a trade? Or do
When
you
do I
usually-
add to a trade? Never, but
Okay.
you never add to a losing trade. Now,
yeah.
if you're breaking
Go ahead.
out and up and you break through another significant level, yes, you can add. Now, again, that increases your overall cost of the trading, right? But, it is what it is. But yes, you can add, especially if it on a pullback. That's typically like when people that add to a trade, they'll ride it up when there's a first pullback. Then they'll add to it as long as it shows some oomph to the upside. You know what I mean? So
Yes. Okay.
they'll do that. I don't personally do it. I bring to the dance whoever I brought with me, right? I'm all in, all
Right.
out. I don't. Have I added? Yes, I have, but it's not one of my standard practices. I'm generally personally managing the trade while I am in it, and I'm just trying to lock in what I got, right?
Okay.
Increasing my overall operational cost is not what I'm interested in, but you can make a lot of money doing that. Usually on a pullback, right?
Okay.
Never add to a losing trade. Try to dollar cost average down. You know what that causes? That causes more losses. So
Yes. I've experienced that.
oh, I have too. I've been there, done that, right? Oh wait,
Yes.
coach has a rule that says don't do that. Well, not a rule, but he does.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Good question. Never add to a losing trade. People will tend, well, I got it at $58. I want to, and it's down to 40. So if I, between 40 and 50, that's $10 difference. If I buy the same amount of shares, that cuts my cost down to 45, right? Splits the difference. So I'll do that. Well, the next thing you know, it pulls down even further. Now I have more shares, right? With more money in that trade, and I end up losing more money instead of it having the effect that I want it to. So never do. All right, J-Dog, 500 on MGC today. All right, good job. That's how we do it, right? Taking money from the markets is like making a baby cry. Okay. There you go. It's like taking candy from a baby. So now we have, what's this? MCL is trying to come up here to this little double, triple top level here. Actually, it's coming up to today's high, which was 58.91. So we'll see if that is a good place for this to stop right here, right? I'll pop a line under. It does tell me that right here. I don't know if you can see that for those of you playing at home. So it's right, approximately right there. That is right there. See if this stops at that today. So my guess would be there's going to be some resistance when it hits it. All right. So let's see what else we got going on. What's going on with the S&P? S&P is climbing. Did anybody tell me the S&P was going up? Hello? How about anybody tell me the NQ was going up? How about the Russell? Anybody tell me the Russell was going up? Oh wait, I already told you that. How about the Dow? Anybody tell me the Dow was going up? Hello? And how about gold? Anybody tell me gold was going up? Huh? Might as well shut the show down. Nobody's here. They all left. Oh my. Hello. I don't know.
Hello.
Oh, Esteban is still here. Oh. Nice to see you. Nice to hear you. Oh, right.
That wasn't Esteban.
Oh, who was that?
Tex.
Oh. Henry says, I didn't get a notification that you came on. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Check your notification settings. You should get one, right? I know I did, and I've got notifications that I was on my the own channel thing here. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I can't help you there. If you continue to have problems, I would try to contact TikTok's customer support. Let me know how that works out for you. TikTok's been fairly decent lately here with their software. I haven't received that. I think maybe I had to fill the puzzle in once in the last week. And so that's a good thing. There's gold pulling back. Questions, comments? I'll sit here until you do.
Hey, Mark, check out the NQs.
Okay, thank you. All right, I checked it out. What do you want me to see?
Is it breaking out of some key levels there?
Well, I would admit, yes, I have a level of 25, whatever that is, 10-ish. And you're also at the top of the trend channel, right? Here's your trend channel, this green line, right? I would respect that trend channel on a 1 minute chart. Are you on a 1 minute or 2 minute?
2 minute.
All right, let me switch to 2 minutes so we're talking about the same thing. All right, you've broke above the trend channel on the 2 minute, but it's not broken held with confidence. There's the break, there's the hold. This one did not start on the shoulder previous, and I do have that line at 25.010, right? So I want to see it break through that before I would enter personally, if I was going to enter. I'm not saying I would. See all this traffic you got behind you? You got a big old cup going on here. You might end up with a cup and handle, right? See that big bowl there? So you're waiting for this to come back up to this level here and then see which way the handle goes. Is the handle slanting upward or downward, right? It might give you some indication on what might happen. But I would hold here if you're not already in. I'm not convinced it wants to break and hold above that level at this very moment. All right. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't traded NQ for a week, maybe. I don't know. At least. Might have traded in pre-market time. I don't know. I've been really hammering gold hard. I mean, every day. Today I've traded the Russell. I actually made a trade on the ES, and all mine were on gold. I didn't do one on the Dow. You always thought about it. It didn't. So I've only traded 3 different tickers today. The Russell, the S&P 500, and gold. With gold, the Russell was 1 trade and ES was 1 trade. So all the other 30 trades or 25 trades or so were on gold. I actually got up, started trading gold. I think my first trade was a little after 4 this morning. I crawled out of bed, but didn't get out of bed. I just I don't feel like getting out of bed today. So I didn't start trading until I got up, 3-ish. Instead of before 2. I started trading gold around a little after 4, somewhere in that neighborhood. And wrote it down big time. Go back and look at the gold chart around that time, 4 o'clock Eastern. You'll see what I'm talking about. It was glorious. I think it was 4 o'clock, wasn't it? I don't know. One day runs into the other anymore. Oh, look at gold up there. What did somebody tell me about gold? Who told me about gold coming out of there? Who was that? It's at the top of the trend channel. I want to see what's going to happen here. Is it going to break through this top of this trend channel here on the 1 minute chart? Starting to lose my voice. I did a lot of talking today. I do a lot of talking every day. I am starting to lose my voice, though. Oh, Jules, good job on your posting your P&L over there. Great job. It would blow your mind. Only here since 2:15. You made that in an hour? Good job. Where else are you going to make that? Her number is so big it has a comma in it on her profit that he or she has made in 1 hour. You make that much on a 9-to-5 job? I don't think so. I tell you what, people, I'm struggling with my voice here. I'm trying to drink some fluids. Gold to US dollar. Well, you see gold right in front of you. I'm not trading currency pairs. I don't trade currency pairs. That's Forex. That's different than futures. What do you want to know about it? Yes, you can trade that. Some brokers let you trade it. What you're talking about, I know exactly what you're talking about, right? And I can go, gold under Forex, and it'll bring up gold. GLD, what is it? GLD USD, is that what it is? US, let me go USD. There's the yen, the dollar. Symbol. I think it would be GLD, would it not? US dollar. It's got everything. Where's it at? What's the symbol for that? Person that asked that on TikTok. W7070. What's the symbol? What's the spot there, Ralph, on that? Well, nobody's going to answer me. I'll just move on. All right. Oh, AXU. I knew that sounded familiar. All right. Yeah, let's do that. XA. It's wondering why it didn't show up. XAU USD, right? Yeah. Forgot my little dish in there. Why isn't that showing here? I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't show up on here for some reason. Yeah, well, some reason I don't see it right now. All right. Yeah, I trade gold all day. Straight gold. Gold futures. Love them. I've traded gold pretty much the entire time I've been in futures. Sometimes more than others.
Mark, when you look at the NASDAQ here and you see this, the green cloud show up and things seem to have changed for now, do you just still think of it as a down day and treat it as that way?
Well, what's the trend currently? Trend is down, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the day.
That doesn't mean this can't continue to go up. Trade what you have there. Don't form a buy. If this breaks and holds above the top of this trend channel in that 25,004 mark, 5 mark, then, trade up to the 200, right? I don't care which way it goes. Now, scalping against the trend can be risky, right? If the trend is down, who knows? This could be making a trend up right now. You don't know if this is in a long-term trend to the upside. I doubt it, but,
Right.
If it breaks your critical levels, are you not going to trade it anyway? Right?
You're right.
So there you go. And you can make money going up. You could do a quick scalp, right? And just because it breaks above there doesn't mean you can't get into it for a few seconds. Trade one candle, right?
Yes.
Or whatever, right? So that's why we talk about trading the trade. We really don't care where it's going. We're going to evaluate the trade based on our indicators, our historical levels, our training, our expertise. Right, and make money. I don't care if I trade to the upside on one candle right now, and 2 minutes later I'm trading to the downside. I don't mind. I'd rather see it go one direction. It's a lot easier to trade that way, right?
Yes.
But,
okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Oh, I think I'm gonna call this, folks. My throat is not very good. I'm losing my voice here, and I'm struggling with drinks just to keep my throat going, but it ain't getting anywhere right now. I've been talking all day. By the way, I will be filling in for Coach tomorrow, so that'll really help too. He'll get through it. And Coach is going to be taking a couple days off vacation for his wife's birthday. I will be filling in from Coach from 9 to 11, Thursday and Friday. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. We are live here 3 times a day. Coach is live from 9 to 11. I'm live from 2 to 4. And at 4 p.m., we have the aftermarket show over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. We do have the free 7-day trials running. We have our premium, which is for free for 7 days. Start training and trading with Coach and the other training moderators starting at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time through 4 p.m. daily. We have the crypto, which has their live training tonight at 7:15 p.m. Grab that membership, and you can take advantage of that tonight. Yeah, you're welcome, Henry, or whoever. There. And that's at 7:15 tonight. You can learn all you want to know about crypto and ask questions, even if you like to, on a live open mic. And then we have the future 7-day trial with myself and other moderators here inside our live future training room, starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time through 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. So grab them. We also have our Diamond membership for I believe for 5,000. Is that still in effect, James? I believe it is. Anyway, that and all more information can be found for the most current memberships that we have over on our website, American Dream Trading. Grab our free Discord. You'll need that with your membership because that's where we post our live Zoom links each and every day so that you can get into the live Zoom calls. Those are changed daily, and they're compared to your membership email address for letting you into the live Zoom call. All right, you have to be a paid member to get into those live Zooms. Membership has its privileges. So anyway, I'm going to call it a day upon conclusion of this broadcast and all our live broadcasts. They are immediately reposted over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, where you'll also find over 2,800 videos for you to watch, training videos, as a matter of fact. Try to be kind, always rewind. For those of you who have gray hair and know what that means. But anyway, try to be kind to others. You never know what somebody else is going through that you're talking to that you may not be aware of, even though they're smiling at you. You know what I mean? So try to lift them up. Don't be somebody that tears others down. There's enough of those people in the world with black hearts. You don't need to be an additional one. I do thank you all for being here. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. Again, I'll be live filling in for Coach at 9 a.m. Eastern Time sharp tomorrow morning. So check that out also. And I thank you for watching today. I apologize for cutting this off early due to my head cold, basically. Thank you for being here.
Feel better, Mark. Thank you.
See ya. Goodbye.
See ya.
Some of the rules.